Zendaya just went on The Tonight Show, and she said something that nobody was ready for. She basically told the world Tom Holland cannot be with anyone else but her. And she explained exactly why. Out loud, on camera. No jokes, no running away from the question. And if you've been following these two at all, you're going to want to hear every single word she said. Because this changes things.
Okay, so here's the thing about Zendaya and Tom Holland. These two have had the entire internet obsessed for years. Every red carpet, every interview, whenever they appear together, people react strongly, and honestly, it makes sense. But fans have always had one big frustration. Zendaya rarely gives a clear answer about anything. Ask her about the relationship, she smiles. Ask her about a wedding, she laughs it off. She's known for staying quiet while still appearing completely unbothered, and to be fair, that approach has worked for her. Still, many people have wanted more clarity. Now, it seems that might be changing. What happened on The Tonight Show didn't come across as nothing. Instead, it felt like a rare moment where Zendaya, known for being very private, hinted that her relationship with Tom Holland is serious. If you're new or missed the earlier story, here's a quick recap. They first met on the set of Spider-Man in 2016. For a long time, they were seen as co-stars and friends, nothing more, at least publicly. Then in 2021, photos appeared showing them sharing a kiss in a car in Los Angeles. After that, their relationship became public, and it quickly became one of the most talked about celebrity stories online. By December 2024, Zendaya attended the Golden Globes wearing a ring that sparked engagement rumors. She didn't confirm anything and chose to let people interpret it on their own. Tom Holland also remained quiet for months. Later, during an interview, when a reporter referred to Zendaya as his girlfriend, Tom leaned in and corrected him with just one word.
I brought my daughter and she got to meet your girlfriend. And so I was father of the year, at least for that weekend.
Fiancé. That one-word clip quickly went viral, with millions of views, because it seemed like Tom Holland's subtle way of confirming he's engaged. He said it quietly into a live microphone while someone else was still speaking, very low-key, very unexpected. It was a moment that felt completely in line with his personality, calm on the surface, but surprising at the same time. Now, here's where things get more interesting. Starting in early 2026, people began noticing something new on Zendaya's left hand, a slim gold band. Not the engagement ring people had already been talking about, but a simple band often associated with marriage. Then, on March 1st, 2026, Zendaya's longtime stylist, La Roche, who has worked with her for over a decade, appeared on the SAG Awards red carpet. During an interview, a reporter asked him about Zendaya's potential wedding looks. His response wasn't a straightforward confirmation, but it definitely got people paying attention and added more fuel to the ongoing speculation.
I know you can't tease much because you're a vault, but we are living for Zendaya's wedding looks. Is there anything you can tease for us?
The wedding has already happened. You missed it.
The wedding has already happened. You missed it. That's what La Roche said, and it immediately caught everyone's attention. When the reporter asked if he was serious, he doubled down and confirmed it. He didn't hesitate or joke around. He said it in a very direct, matter-of-fact way, as if it wasn't even a secret. Later that same night, while speaking to Entertainment Tonight, he repeated the claim, saying, "The wedding is over, sorry." If taken at face value, those statements strongly suggest that Zendaya and Tom Holland may have already had a private ceremony without making any public announcement.
On a gold band, and folks are wondering.
The wedding is over, sorry.
2 weeks later, at the Oscars, a reporter asked La Roche to clarify his earlier comments. He looked straight at the camera and simply said, "I said what I said."
To clarify any comments you made?
No.
So she's married?
I said what I said.
She's married. We got the confirmation.
He never denied it, not once. That's the situation surrounding Zendaya and Tom Holland right now. And that's the context Zendaya stepped into when she appeared on The Tonight Show. Now, let's talk about the ring, because the timeline of when it appeared is what really got people talking. On February 20th, 2026, Zendaya was spotted in Beverly Hills wearing a slim gold band on her left ring finger. Not her engagement ring, just the simple band on its own. Then on March 10th, during Paris Fashion Week at the Louis Vuitton show, with cameras from around the world present, she was seen wearing the same gold band again. 2 days later, on March 12th, at the Essence Black Women in Hollywood Awards, she arrived in a vintage 1987 gown originally designed for Whitney Houston. The gold band was still there. During the event, host Marsai Martin even made a light comment on stage, acknowledging Zendaya's private nature and playfully asking for a signal about when to send a wedding gift.
Hey Z, one of our previous Black Women in Hollywood honorees. And listen, I know you don't play about your personal business at all, so just give me a little nod and a little signal to, let me know when I should send the T&Z. I got some T&Z Forever monochrome towels. It's really cute. You can put it in whatever house y'all, just give me a little sign, We'll talk after the show. Oh wait, I know damn well you ain't finna be here after the show.
Zendaya's response? She raised both hands and covered her face, both hands, including the ones with the rings. So, she's seen wearing a band, gets asked about a wedding gift, and reacts by covering her face. Some people saw that as playful, others thought it added to the mystery. Then, on March 15th at the Oscars, Zendaya appeared on stage to present alongside Robert Pattinson. For the first time, both rings were visible together, the engagement ring and the gold band on the same finger. That combination is often associated with engagement and wedding rings worn together, which is why it quickly became a talking point online. Now, here's the part that really got attention. The day after Law Roach made his comments on the red carpet, March 2nd, Zendaya's mother, Claire Stormer, reposted a clip from Entertainment Tonight where Roach said, "The wedding is over." She didn't add any caption or explanation, just reposted it and later deleted it. That brief post led to even more speculation, since it wasn't clearly confirming or denying anything. Zendaya is known to be very close with her mom, which is why people paid attention to that moment. Still, without a direct statement, it remains open to interpretation. With all of this circulating, the ring, the stylist's comments, and the deleted story, Zendaya later appeared on Jimmy Kimmel Live. During the interview, Jimmy Kimmel brought up the rumors, mentioning how the internet had been buzzing about whether she and Tom Holland might already be married. He also pointed out that AI-generated wedding images of the two had been spreading online, some of which looked very realistic, adding another layer of confusion to the whole situation.
I'm sure you know the internet has gone berserk with stories about that you might actually be married to Tom.
I haven't seen any of them.
To the point where, and this is one of those things that I don't really understand. People make these AI wedding photos that look very realistic.
Yes.
Of you guys together.
It's,
Married.
And many people have been fooled by them.
Yeah.
While I was just out and about in real life, and people were like, "Oh my God, your wedding photos are gorgeous." And I was like, "Babe, they're AI. They're not real.
That's so crazy.
They're not real."
Was anyone in your life fooled by them? In your real life?
Yes, many people.
And mad that they weren't invited?
Yeah.
Zendaya's first response? Really? I haven't seen any of them. She said it with the straightest face you've ever seen in your life. Stone cold. Award-worthy performance. Or just Tuesday for Zendaya. Then it gets even better. Kimmel tells her that these AI-generated photos have been so convincing that people in her real life, not fans online, but actual people who know her, have been coming up to congratulate her on her wedding. Some of them were even upset that they weren't invited because they believed the photos were real. Zendaya confirms that this actually happened. Multiple people in her personal circle genuinely thought she was married because of those images. Then comes the most interesting part. She says she has never before seen footage that will clear everything up. They play the clip. It's a scene from her movie The Drama, with Tom Holland's face very obviously edited over Robert Pattinson's character.
All right, let's bring in Mom and Dad. Yes. Everyone scooch in, get close.
Now, yeah, in a lot of ways, it somewhat closely resembles a scene in the film.
Yeah, but it was a beautiful day.
And it almost would seem as if somebody just crudely pasted Tom's head over Robert's head.
No, that was real footage.
Okay, so just to be clear, that was not AI.
No, that was real.
Okay.
That was real.
Right.
I was there.
Kimmel points out that it looks a little like a movie scene with Tom Holland's face slapped on top. Zendaya looks at him and says, "No, that was real footage. I was there." She says it with zero expression, completely blank, not even a hint of emotion. Honestly, she could probably beat anyone at poker with a face like that. Then, while she's doing press for the drama, an interviewer at Extra TV asks her a very direct question about her biggest secret.
What is the biggest secret you've ever kept, Zendaya?
Biggest secret I've ever kept?
Say it right now.
I don't know. That's kind of what secrets are, right?
Is there a secret you've been keeping recently that you think you should share?
No, nothing that comes to mind.
Sure?
I'm pretty sure. Hope you enjoyed the movie, though.
Her answer? I don't know. That's kind of what secrets are, right? The reporter pushes her again, asking if there's anything she's been keeping recently that she wants to share. She replies, "No, nothing that comes to mind." And that wording matters. She didn't say, "I'm not keeping any secrets." She said, "Nothing that comes to mind," which is a very different sentence, very, very different. On its own, it's a small moment. But when you add it to everything else, it starts to fit a pattern. Zendaya doesn't exactly lie. She just doesn't fully answer either. She responds in a way that isn't technically false, while still revealing almost nothing. Now, looking at Tom Holland's side of things, some people use it as proof that nothing major has happened yet. Their argument is simple. Tom was spotted at the Empire State Building in New York on March 18, 2026, and he wasn't wearing a ring on his left hand. So the question becomes, if they were married, wouldn't he be wearing one too? It's a fair point. But then again, when Zendaya first sparked engagement rumors at the Golden Globes, Tom didn't publicly confirm it for months. These two clearly don't move in sync when it comes to public statements. That's just how they operate. And when Tom does confirm something about their relationship, he rarely makes a big announcement. No long speech, no post, just small, quiet moments, like correcting a reporter mid-sentence or casually confirming something in passing during an interview.
She looks amazing.
Tom Holland hyping up Zendaya amid marriage speculation.
At the Paris premiere of the drama, a camera caught Tom Holland as they were leaving their hotel. He looked at Zendaya and said, "She looks amazing." Then, a moment later, the focus shifts to Zendaya on The Tonight Show. This is the moment people were really waiting for. During the interview, the conversation eventually turned to Tom. The host pushed her with a direct question, what is it about Tom Holland that makes him the person for her? And Zendaya, someone known for carefully avoiding personal details, actually answered. She talked about the way he treats her, the respect he shows her, and how he makes her laugh like nobody else can. She also mentioned that he was there for her long before the fame became overwhelming, before the global attention, before the constant spotlight on their lives. She said Tom shows up for her consistently, and that, for her, means everything. Because when your life is as public as hers, having someone who just shows up quietly, without turning it into a spectacle, is rare, and she knows it. You could tell she meant every word. This didn't feel like a rehearsed press answer. It felt personal. Then she went a step further. She said she can't imagine Tom with anyone else. And more than that, she made it clear she wouldn't want to. She said it in a way that sounded like she had been holding it in for a long time. Now connect that to a March 25th interview she did with the French magazine Views. They asked her what makes a good marriage. Instead of deflecting, she answered directly. She said, "I don't know if there's any such thing as a perfect marriage." It was quiet, thoughtful, like someone speaking from real reflection, not just guessing. She didn't say, "I've never been married, so I wouldn't know." She didn't avoid the question. She answered it directly. Now, you can break all of this down and say none of it is a direct confirmation, and technically, that would be correct. But here's what is also true. La Roche said the wedding happened and has never walked it back.
Hold on now. Okay, well, here's what we want to know. Were you joking or were you serious at the Actors Awards?
I think I looked really good at the Actors Awards. So I was seriously in my fashion bag and seriously about me just being out and having a good time and celebrating this art of movie making.
Zendaya's mother reportedly reposted the clip and then deleted it. Her co-star, Liza Colon-Zayas, also reshared a gossip post claiming they were already married, tagging both of them with a heart emoji. The gold band has appeared on her finger at every major event since February. She even wore both rings, the band and the diamond, at the Oscars. And now on The Tonight Show, Zendaya is sitting there saying that Tom Holland is someone she can't imagine being with anyone else, and that he is hers. At this point, it raises questions. I don't know what a secret wedding looks like, but I'm starting to think it looks a lot like this. So now I want to know what you think. Do you believe they're already married? Or is this the world's most elaborate, almost confirmed situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to know where you land on this. That's it for today. We'll see you in the next one.